I just created a video describing emails I sent on 28th of August this year and 1st of September this year. This just want to show them. Okay, so starting from here, this and this and these two. So video ends with this email. So 2 on 28th of August and 2 on 1st of September this year, and today is and I will need translator as I did in what? I don't see that video for some reason. Okay, so yeah, it's still processing. So this is the video. I don't know. Okay, I don't see. This is the name of the video. I hope that it will finish before I finish this video. So go back to the subject. Okay, this estimated time is usually not correct. So now I'm creating a video on emails I sent from this thread. So this thread is related to company, telecom company called Telecom with K. So they are owning me money. They're owning me money to pay for some damages because they brutally violated agreement in 2019. Not just them, but other company called Telenor, former Telenor, now Yetel. I will upload videos on them as well. I already have videos on Telecom. So there are some recent videos. There should be some recent. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And some other videos from 2 years ago on brutal violations of agreement I had with them. They were basically protecting this monster, not basically, but definitely protecting this monster who murdered 3 members of my family and poisoned 3 kids to intimidate them. This is monster, her sister, who gave guarantees for her. Both of them have serious psych issues. I have more details on poisoning children, so 3 minors in this video. That's not processing, so I'm not going into details here about that. I will just mention, so this was about, long story short, about the fixed phone I need to pay for this and previous month, but I said that I will pay it when they pay damages to me, because they were blocking my internet in December 2019, and same happened with other internet provider, Yetel, former Telenor. So when she figured out, actually this is another every time they have a different agent answering me, which is wrong, but anyways. So she explained here that she cannot, none of the agents can give their full name okay. And surname. So this is Maria, and she forwarded my request for damages to office in charge, which is probably legal office. So that was actually answered to this email. I'm just showing this the email. I will create a separate video. I asked something, so I reminded her on, actually that was Biljana, not Biljana but Biljana. Lje is natural speaking sound. It is created by speaking two letters. Faster and faster, so L and Y, actually J in Serbian, J is pronounced as Y in Serbian, so if you go you will end up with Lje. So this is natural speaking sound. I think that Russian has it, and Serbian of course, and I don't know about any other languages, but Russian definitely has it, like Lyubov, which is love in the in Russian. So I sent her that email, that video that I just showed, and my YouTube channel. These are some emails from 2021. I explained all of them before, so I'm not going in details. So I gave more details about that request and what happened in December 2019, and I asked her how they threatened to sue me. I think that she mentioned it here. Yeah, they are now trying to sue me for this, something like 250 to 300 euros, which I owe them. I said I will. This is something that I owe them from since 2021. So there is interest on that, of course. So I will. I think interest is the right term. I hope I haven't made a mistake on that. So and I said I would pay them right away when they pay damages, because they are the ones who first violated the agreement. So I asked her to state her full name and surname, and I asked them to send me the warning before disconnecting my phone line, fixed phone line, because I received that warning by they sent me via fixed phone, which is unbelievable. So I asked them to send me this either by regular or the email, and I asked them how they think they can sue me when Supreme Court doesn't have the guts to be involved in the whole case. YouTube also cannot block me for a long time, because I explained in another video that I just uploaded why, and I reminded them that their company Telecom owns half a billion, so billion euros, and I reminded them that they are messing with international organized crime, that they supported monster who murdered my family and poisoned children. So this is something I mentioned in that video. In that video, this is also another proof that it's a international case. International cases are in question, and I reminded them, her, whatever, that their company protected monster who murdered my family and poisoned 3 children, which is described in this video, which is a record of emails on that email, actually emails, 2 emails from 13th and 17th of May last year. So that was it. I just needed to explain what the whole thing is about, and of course I will use this portion of the video when I create a video about that company, because telecom, because they are now blocking my phone line, preventing me from working as the state prosecutor, supreme prosecutor, which is the title of this video. So they haven't disconnected my line. By the way, they haven't sent any warning about my payments. They haven't disconnected my line, but they're blocking me. I cannot call anyone, but I can call that phone line from, for example, I can use my phone, my mobile phone, and call that number. It works, but it doesn't work the other in other direction, in opposite direction. I cannot call anyone. So they are messing with international organized crime. Okay, so I explained this one, and there are more details here about who was in charge on regarding that money I owe them. It was Zorica Champara. She's a lawyer. As can be seen in that video, latest video on Telecom, they still hasn't provided name and surname of the person in charge, because they claimed multiple times they haven't, as can be seen in that video on Telecom, they haven't blocked me, but no direct answer. They just said everything is okay. So this means when some company or similar institution or similar doesn't want to provide the identity of person who is in charge, it means that they are breaking the law. Okay, so I gave some more details. That public enforcement officer Lukic, I will create video on him, for him actually, not on him yet. I will create video about him if he ignores me. So this is about that blocking in December, blocking on my internet, and this is I'm recording this. Yeah, so this is something regarding that other provider, former Telenor now Yetel. And another proof that it's international crime, this is important, is this video about former director of State Intelligence Agency. I called BBC and humiliated him. I put here, I uploaded this video in June 2021, and State Intelligence didn't have the guts to remove it, which happens only when it's international organized crime in question, international case in question, sorry. not necessarily organized crime. It is organized crime in this case. So this is, I reminded them, and this is for all involved. So this video, they will watch this video. This is for everyone who is involved in cover-up of monstrous murders of my family, including has offices of prosecution, has instances of courts and so on and so on. Unbelievable, but it is what happened. So if somebody guaranteed protection, that they will protect, they will be protected, those pieces of shit lied. So in the first place, piece of shit from U.S. embassy and other so-called elite European countries. So if they are really powerful, they would be able to cover up the illegal arms trade, only part of that illegal arms trade scandal. So this is the date. So this is Deutsche Welle that wrote about this. So this piece of shit, this moron, is she's the one. She's former Secretary of Ministry of Interior, deeply involved in international organized crime, and she's second wife of a guy who is actually protected here, Ivkovic, former Minister of Slobodan Milošević, Serbian president. He convinced Milošević to surrender, which directly leads to United States Embassy at that time in Milošević era. So details are here. I'm not going now into those details. So one of the scandalous affairs, one of the scandals related to, this is only one part of the scandal related to illegal arms trade. This is still ongoing case in the prosecution of organized crime. They don't want to answer me. So if there are those who promise that will protect monsters who covered up monstrous murders of my family, if they're really powerful, they would be able to cover up that scandal. But it is still ongoing scandal, as can be seen in that. I think I mentioned the video, but for instance here it's explained here that it is still ongoing scandal. So okay, yeah, and in this piece of written by Deutsche Welle, military and state intelligence is mentioned, who were supposedly working on the case, while they are the ones who covered up illegal arms trade. And monkeys, I call them monkeys, from foreign embassies. So if they are, they have real power, so I call them monkeys from foreign embassies, they would be able to cover up Jeffrey Epstein affair. So international children's sex trafficking, prostitution, going on, happening for 30 years. Operation Jeffrey Epstein, carried out running for 30 years. So this scandal is a major deal since 2019, and it's still a major deal. Even war in Ukraine, which is first big conflict after Second World War, didn't help. The whole thing is staged. I mean, war in Ukraine is staged because the Russia is now, 2 months ago, this is information from, I think, 2 months ago, official information that Russia is also involved in Jeffrey Epstein scandal. And of course the main co-conspirators co-conspirator is FBI. This is something that I mentioned in previous video. I think that, yeah, wow, it's uploaded, cool. So this is more than enough to see what the whole thing is all about. So these are now videos on FBI and DOJ, United States Department of Justice. And this is proof that I'm a witness of organized crime, international organized crime. So I'm just showing these videos, no explanation is needed. Everything is in the title. This is mentioned. Most of these videos are mentioned in that video that is just uploaded. I mean, the processing is finished. It was uploaded like 15 minutes ago. So that was basically it. So next, yeah, and this is actually the subject of the video, topic of the video. So I'm not just a witness of international organized crime on 2 counts. So I wrapped up about this in one very neat video. This one, this is uploaded yesterday, so this is why I haven't put it here, but now I put it here in this video. And let's translate. So I have already take over the role of Supreme Prosecutor. I explained in that video that I just uploaded why Supreme Prosecutor. According to criminal proceedings of procedural law, I can do that when they ignore me, which is true. They are ignoring me. As you can see, they just confirmed receiving my email, but they're doing nothing, which also can be seen in other videos related to them and other prosecution offices, highest instances. So I think this is the video. So these two are more than enough. This as well. Okay. So let me see, give up. Ignore me not only when they give up criminal prosecution. So this is a huge difference. The best proof that I have right is the following video. Nobody could explain why this only applies to the summary procedure, short procedure, nor why it is not in the long criminal proceedings or code on criminal proceedings or procedures, whatever. So let's see that video. By not answering Dolovac, Zagorka Dolovac explained I explained who she is in that video I just uploaded. So she's chief prosecutor. So this is the part which explains this is phone call to Supreme Former Republic Prosecution Office. I explained here why I can act as Supreme Prosecutor. So not any but Supreme Prosecutor. Okay, I explained this. So because Zagorka Dolovac didn't answer, so she's Supreme Prosecutor. Okay, I explained who she is in that latest video I uploaded, so I'm not going to explain it here. Long story short, she's the daughter of communist judge. So by ignoring me, she confirmed, sorry, that I take over her her role or role of one of her prosecutors, so supreme prosecutors. So this is already set 100 seconds. The part of interest, and this is another proof. I stated criminal processing right as in human right. So pictures 10 and 11. This is from the book. I'm not going into details. What book is into details on this. So this is it. And the next one, 11. So this part, this is the part, and I can even see this directly in email. So this is for president of elementary court, sent on 21st of February 2019, for people who want to translate this. So I will get back to this if I don't forget. I will leave this when I'm finished with this email. So as I said, she confirmed that Supreme Prosecution Chief Prosecutor ZAGORKA DOLOVAC, again I explained who she is in this video, she confirmed, or this, no, the latest one, this, I explained who she is. So Chief Prosecutor of Supreme Prosecution Office, ZAGORKA DOLOVAC. So this is the highest instance in the state, in Serbia. More on that here. What's this? Yeah, this is about ignoring. I mentioned this video in that latest video I uploaded. Yes, yeah, so this is about blocking me, about this telecom company blocking me. And since I forgot to add, to show recipients list for telecom. This is now even for Supreme Court. Then for Supreme Prosecution, my brother. This is this hospital in Smederevo. This is Center for Social Work in Smederevo. This is notary. Subject of that previous video I just uploaded. This is higher instance prosecution in Belgrade. This is these two are military intelligence. This is state intelligence but international office. And this is a doctor who is taking care of that monster who murdered 3 members of my family, because that monster is now for 2 months, more than 2 months in psychiatric hospital. They are trying to move her to a nursing home to save her from going to jail. Let's see where was I? Here. So something's wrong here. Let's see. So that's my stock. I didn't have time to eat. Since you are directly, so this is for telecom company again. Since you are the first who are trying to directly stop me from working on international organized crime cases by shutting down my landline and you have already blocked my internet in December 2019, for which you owe me huge compensation. I am exclusively sending you a new list of international, this is important, international organized crime cases, and I'm also forwarding this email to Dolovac, intentionally small letter, so ZAGORKA Dolovac, Chief Supreme Prosecutor. So for all payments, please contact her or her prosecutor's office. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I reported Serbian military to United States Department of Justice, and I proved that United States Department of Justice, United States government, federal government is behind illegal arms trade in Serbia. So that was job of Dolovac or some of her prosecution, supreme prosecutors. Because I did their job, they need to pay me. This is only one of the things that state needs to pay to me. But I don't want state to pay me, but they need to pay me. These prosecutors, in first place, chief prosecutor. So, because law on prosecution says that if a prosecutor, same goes for law on judges, if prosecutor or judge intentionally makes mistake, which is a euphemism for breaking the law, then they can pay, which is wrong in the law. It should state they must pay for damages they caused, and they will pay. Because no lawyer want to mess with this case. So for all payments, please contact her or her prosecution office, since according to law on criminal proceedings, Article 263, paragraph 1, they have to pay me the expenses when I do their work, okay? And I have already proved that the US federal government is behind illegal arms trade. Yeah, it should stay illegal arms trade in Serbia. So now I'm going to open this video, which should be the one that I just showed. No, it's details. Okay, I proved here that United States government is behind this. So this is almost 2 hours. Next up. Yeah, so this is that document. It has 41 case. It now has 45, as it showed in this video that I just uploaded. So for instance, number 13. So first 9 cases are actually emails, which is stated here in at the beginning. First 9 cases are emails to the prosecution office. Sorry, not Supreme Prosecution Office, but Supreme Court. Supreme Court and judge, as I showed that video, judge, president of Supreme Court of Serbia ignored me. So former Supreme Cassation Court. Okay, so that was the end, and now 10 is something that I sent to all other institutions, not just Serbian institutions, Serbian quoted, not just Supreme Court. So I wanted to show the 13th. So this is about moron who is Diana Hrkalović, who is described in this video on former rector of Belgrade University, so head of top body of Serbian of Belgrade University. So Diana Hrkalović, she's mentioned there. So I'm not going into details here about her. Yeah, so I call her someone who maybe I can translate this. Pig farmer. Okay, it makes sense. So I call her pig farmer because before she started working for state intelligence, she was a pig farmer in her father's farm. She's mentioned in the following article, this article, as a connection with Langley. Langley is CIA, and CIA, by the way, is involved deeply in Jeffrey Epstein scandal, together with dogs from Mossad and DA, Israeli military intelligence, which is shown here. So military intelligence is mentioned here in DA interview with former Mossad and military intelligence, Israeli military intelligence, this guy, operative Ari Ben Menashe. So he confirmed that Mossad is behind the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, and the Israeli military intelligence. So if I go here and type FBI, there should be, yeah. So thumbnail of this video is Jean-Luc. In the thumbnail of this video is Jean-Luc Brunel, who was main supplier of children ranging from 13 to 17 years, most of them, to Jeffrey Epstein. He lived in France, another elite European Union country. And in this picture you can see him with the cap that has title, that has well, I cannot say title, writings, Israeli intelligence, Israeli military, something like that. Okay, I can actually find this. So this is Daily Mail. Daily Mail, Jean-Luc Brunel. Pedo Island pictures. Yeah, that's the Jean-Luc Brunel. 12-year-old triplets. 12. So it's not 13 years like this piece of shit guy who supposedly arrested, I don't know what's her name, but I know that she's extremely stupid, that moron, federal prosecutor, when she said 13 years old. It's 12, you moron and piece of shit. Continue reading, of course I will continue, because I want, yeah. So what it says here, Israel Army, and this is probably in Jewish or Yiddish or whatever. So Israel Army, and this is probably in Jewish, as I said. So that was it. Let's see, there is something more. Yeah, so that, okay. That dumb moron, she's a local whore. Yeah, I mean, this means little whore. A local little whore founded by order of cattle from the CIA, Department OPA, which is a unit for special actions, I think that is the proper name, who brutally beat Serbian youth at the protest in July 2020 over locked down. This is in the rank of international terrorism. I mean, it is international terrorism. So this is one of the, I said here, pay attention to number 13. So here are 41 cases of international organized crime related to Serbia. This is about mass shootings, and I will now show the okay, I need to close this. I will now show the updated version, which I put in the this is final folder, which can be accessed if you type final from the description of this video. It's public. I can actually open it from within this video, so click, and there you go. Here it is. I can close this one. So I go to directory related to Supreme Court, so not Supreme Prosecution but Supreme Court, and here's that updated version, and I'll go to the end. So this is about current president of Supreme Court, real piece of shit, Yasmina Vasovic, real moral piece of shit, and her involvement in international organized crime. This is about Zoran Savic, another judge also involved in international organized crime. Another one, Judge Dragan Milosevic, president of Higher Instance Court in Belgrade, very important court. They have special office for organized crime, so court, not prosecution. These are all stories about those pieces of shit, so everyone can access this. This is public and can see what the whole thing is all about. So those pieces of shit are deeply, deeply involved. So those are judges and presidents of the courts. So they are deeply involved in the international organized crime on multiple counts. So the last one is, I call her chief commander, former rector of Ivanka Popovic. I think I showed, that's the video about her, this piece of shit. And of course I need to create videos on all these cases, but not now. This is more than enough. So she is now not president, but vice president of European Association of Universities, European Universities Association. She ignored me in on cases. She actually ghosted me on cases of international organized crime. And the details are about her are here, and this video should be here, so I'm not going to search for it. And here, this is about universities, all universities in Serbia, deeply involved in international organized crime, deeply involved. Okay, so I proved to telecom company, that I'm not just witness of international organized crime on 2 counts. For my first is, as explained in that video, but I will briefly explain. So first count is monstrous murders of my family, because Interpol is involved. So we have a lot of videos on Interpol here, and this is probably the most important one. And second is, of course, illegal arms trade. So this is this is video which explains that, so I'm not going into details about that. So I asked them to pay me damages for blocking my internet and to exclude that part that I own them, which is in their best interest, because the top lawyer Tom Fila don't have the guts to mess with this case. Just a second. So no, sorry, not this email, but the one for Italian ambassador. So this is Tom Fila. He's featured in this video. This is my mother who brutally betrayed me. So so no lawyer, none of Serbian top lawyers have the guts to mess with this case, and there is no one who will defend them. I think, yeah, this is that email. Okay, that was stupid, but anyways. And I asked for that rule book which states that they don't need to give me their name and surname, and they answer my questions. So this email is, I stated here, this email is just preparation for next video, which it is. This is the video. So this is about owners of Google and YouTube which are brutally blocking me in every possible way. So this is on their blocking, especially decreasing my views and view time. So owners of Google and YouTube, Google owns YouTube, they're also involved in Epstein scandal, Jeffrey Epstein scandal. So they don't need another scandal related to children, which is this one, monstrous murders of my family. So they won't be able to protect you for much longer. What is the translation of this? Let's see if I messed up something. Please send me the rule book. Yeah, you mentioned in the previous email. This email is for a new video. That's why there is so much info. The owners of Google YouTube are involved in the Epstein scandal case. So they don't need another child-related scandal, so they won't be able to block me for much longer. Okay. And these are the I don't need actually to open it, but okay, I actually need, because I need to prove that it's alive. It's not taken down. That was Wall Street Journal, by the way. In the latest videos I uploaded, so the date of this video is 12th of September, yeah, right after 9/11. I think I showed this. So 12th of September. In latest videos I uploaded on YouTube, or to YouTube, can be noticed that YouTube is blocking so much they don't know. Actually, why wasting time when I can use translate? In the last videos I posted on YouTube, okay, you can see that YouTube blocked me so much that they don't no longer know that they no longer know what they're doing. That's true, especially in analytics, which they are so proud of, and especially in connection with the brutal decreases in the number of views related to the bar association of Serbia. True, still true. I mean, I need to double check everything I stated here, because something might have been changed in the meantime. So if you add to all that I have two types of cancer, true. Types. This will be more than enough. This is first type of cancer. This is video lymphoma, first type of cancer I have. Official doctor's report. And the second one is for very rare eye cancers, 4 cancers in my eye, melanoma. So so if you add that I have 2 types of cancer, and that YouTube has repeatedly reduced the number of views to 0 for very rare eye cancer. 6 people in 1 million get this type of cancer. For video on that very rare case, which I just showed, and lymphoma proving that I'm right, which I was challenged by. Okay. Russian doctors caused that those 4 eye cancers I have, very rare, and they are from Federal State Hospital Fyodorov. Russian embassy is not, don't have the guts to react. I hope you understand the situation you are in. So Russian embassy is ignoring me. This is doctor. This is about doctor who is directly responsible for cancers in my eye. Details are here. There is another doctor, female or nurse. I really cannot say. She was translating. And there is third doctor, but I really don't know if he had the information or needed information that this first doctor had, so I really could not say that he's responsible. I don't have enough pieces of evidence. So if I contacted him directly and he ignored me, that would be different case. But I don't have enough pieces of evidence. So Russian embassy, ignore my emails, brutally lying, so this is more than enough. So Russian embassy, by doing that, by ignoring Russian embassy, is protecting United States embassy within international organized crime case, monstrous murders of my family. So when that happens, it means that real mafia is behind this case, so-called elite. So this is the mafia which controls all those governments, including Russian and United States, and maybe this video is more than enough to explain that. Maybe directly. Yeah, YouTube directly protects Russian government by real-time blocking views on rare eye cancer I have. So YouTube is controlled by United States federal government. You can see this just by watching this video. So they won't be able, they would not have guts to remove actually this video, to remove video which was part of crime report on international organized crime that I sent to FBI. So no private company would have guts to do this unless government of that company, government of the state where this company is based, proved them protection, which in this case is United States federal government. So now these two videos. Yeah, so no need for further explanations. Okay, for the end, I reminded them on this video. So this is video about CNN forgetting, in quotes, to mention in their recent article on Legal Notes Trade. So what CNN forgot to mention in their recent, so that was pretty recent, I think in July this year, and today is, no, what the hell was this? Okay. And today is, as I wanted to show, so this is the date. I need time reference. Sometimes in certain cases I had the serious problems when I haven't when I didn't have time reference. For instance, videos about Facebook blocking me, brutally shadow banning me. I'm just checking out something related to that last video I uploaded. This is a bit off topic, but I was referring to this video, so it's sort of legit to check out this. Okay, 6 people saw the, I mean, average 0, so 0 views, but 7 seconds of duration. This means that there is a view, but they are blocking it. Okay, so that was it. Let's finish up this. So that was the article. And the point here in the point in this video is that I actually reported CNN, or more precisely their branch in Serbia called, in Balkans, called N1. These pieces of shit, they are daughter company of CNN. I reported them in 2021 in June, I think both to FBI and to United States Department of Justice for cover-up of illegal arms trade. This video explains that in a lot of details. It's almost 2 hours long video. 2 hours long video. And it turned out that I was right about everything in that video from 2021, and now United States government accusing this guy, who is now real piece of shit, Alexander Vulin, who is now director of intelligence. They're accusing him of being behind illegal arms trade in Serbia, while I proved, I mean, multiple times, that United States federal government is behind that. So I suggest everyone who is involved in cover-up of monstrous murders of my family to watch this video. I'm I'm not explaining why now. So that was the end. These are all the videos that I opened. So I ask here Supreme Prosecution and Supreme Court to confirm that they received my emails. That was the same date. Especially Center for Social Affairs Smederevo, because that email is introduction for email that I'm going to send today. Actually, I haven't sent, and I will send that to IFSV, that International Foundation, I think, of Social Workers, Federation, Foundation, okay, I was close. If they ignore me, I actually haven't sent because I had some issues, but I will send it. So this is a small correction. So Russian doctors caused melanoma in my eye, not lymphoma. I messed up this in that email, previous email. This is all sent. This is the same date, 11:02, 10:56, and this is 10:48. So one after another. So this is the 3 days after that. Prosecution office, Supreme Prosecution Office only confirmed that they received email. So that was the email. I don't know what's this. Okay, nothing. Yeah, okay. First one, I think they confirmed all 3 emails. So third one, yes, okay. So they are the only ones who confirmed it. This is something I sent for Director of Clinical Center of Vojvodina about his doctor, so state doctor who is also responsible, this piece of shit, Siniša Babović, head of the ophthalmology office in that clinical center. This is okay, this is something I recently created, very important video. And this is something that I already explained, so I'm not going into details. This is the list of recipients. The new is Ophthalmology Office of Clinical Center of Vojvodina and administration of that center. They haven't answered. And this is for private eye clinic, Boulevard, what was that song? I'm going out at Dirty Boulevard, something like that. Anyway, so I also sent them sent them 3 videos, and this is email I'm preparing to send to the World's Medical Association, because pieces of shit from health, from that hospital where where monster who murdered my family is now. So this is that guy, Dr. Nenad Đorđević. It's Hospital Sveti Luka in Smederevo, and all other medical institutions. emergency services and so on and so on, who are deeply involved in cover-up. Not just cover-up, but they finished off my 3 members of my family. This monster poisoned them, but doctors finished them off, directly or indirectly. So my grandparents and my father, who was a Civil War veteran, police in reserve. So that's him in the uniform. I've already created. So police was harassing me, knowing they knew very well for 10 times. They knew very well I have 2 cancers in this piece of shit. I mean, it's understandable why people call, this is actually IRA, from IRA, they coined that term, pigs. So I need to mention that pigs are corrupted police officers and the dogs are corrupted military officers. So this is very important, and I call them by that name in my emails. Okay, so that would be it, and this is email I'm preparing, and I will forward it to World Medical Association. If they are, and Serbia is, by the way, hosting one of the events of this association in 2026, which I can show right away. 232nd VMA Council Session, Belgrade. Wow. Okay, so that would be all. So these are like 3 emails. No, not 3 emails. More than 3. So this is the first email. First, second, third. So 3 emails sent on 12th of September, so 3 emails, and 2 emails sent on 15th of September, so 5 emails. So total of 5 emails. 10 days ago. Okay, I explained these 3 emails, explain this one, so I can collapse it. I can collapse this one. So, okay, 5 emails in total. This is my brother. Anyways, so that would be it, and not to forget what I promised. So one more time, that was email sent to Elementary Court of Smederevo, and this was also sent to Deputy Minister of I think Justice, and I'm going to translate this part. So 21st of February. Wow, this is the day to celebrate. This is the day when I stayed alive, when I survived. So okay, 2019 and 21st February 2019. I can actually close this. So that the G drive folder contained all the emails, screenshot of emails, because I was recording screenshots before, which are sent, I mean email exchange between me, and even regular mailing exchange, because I have photographs of papers that judge sent me, actually president of that court. So me sending them that's them. And what was the 21st, and I just changed this to 19, and this the second, was it 19? So that's it. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to convert all these to the PDF. 22nd of February, 21st, here it is. And what's the last? So the last email is January 15th of January 2019. Okay, let's first convert this or print it to PDF. Print. Okay, I need to see if everything is there. It looks, it is. Okay. Okay, so save Rogan ethnicity 15 January 2019. There you go. And of course what I need to do is to add this to the to folder related to the I explained how to reach final, how to open final, and then I'm uploading the and of course I will check out if it works. Of course I'm uploading the that PDF to folder related to elementary court, and it's here. There you go. Where is it? It's here. Cool. It's uploaded. Wow. Thank you. I want it at the beginning of this. Okay, this is name, sort by name. Where is rename? So I will slightly change it. 15 January. So this is the name, the surname of president of the court. Real piece of shit. She ignored me. If he did what is he, everything started actually from him. Okay, so I'm searching for that email. So here it is. I'm now just showing that this works. So this is regarding taking over the acting as prosecutor. So I need to check out if this works, which is the whole point. I mean, the topic of this video is that Zagorka Dolovac, by ignoring, confirmed, Supreme Prosecutor confirmed that I'm acting as Supreme Prosecutor by ignoring me. So by ignoring me, she confirmed that. So this is the topic of this video. So criminal procedural law, special part. Special part means that it's actually criminal procedural right, as in human rights. So a right is something that's the result of the law. So law is basis of certain rights. So this is special part, which means that this should not happen in real life, in practice. So this is the author, PhD Zagorka Jekic, Belgrade, 2006, page 19. This is paragraph 1 to 4, procedural significance of the criminal report, second paragraph. What? Just a second. No, here. Yeah, second paragraph, okay. Second paragraph of that book, not second paragraph of the law. So let's see that paragraph, infamous. So by the way, this is removed from the related paragraph article in the criminal proceedings law is removed, which gives prosecutor the unlimited power. Okay. So I'm going to in certain cases, the law contains special provisions on the consequences of filing a criminal complaint or crime report. The first case refers to the possibility of the application being considered as a timely. This is private lawsuit provided. Okay, this is this part is not important. This is also, yeah, this is why, provided that the application was submitted within the period provided for a private law. Okay, it's much better. Was submitted within the period provided for this private lawsuit. Article blah 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 blah. It will happen when it is the injured party filed victim crime filed a criminal complaint. That will happen when victim of the crime filed a crime report, criminal complaint, and during the procedure it was determined that it was a criminal offense for which he was being prosecuted according to the private lawsuit. So this is the case when a crime report is filed as for crime which is prosecuted by state prosecutors, and it turns out when that crime report is examined that it's actually private lawsuit. So this is something that doesn't have anything to do with me. It's not the case here. So another special case, occurs in abbreviated criminal proceedings or short criminal proceedings for criminal offenses for which is prescribed for which is there is a fine or imprisonment for up to 3 years. So nobody could explain up to highest instances of court and prosecution, and now this this email that I just recorded, that I just also confirmed that Supreme Prosecutor didn't want to comment that, because this is illegal. It should not be applied only to the abbreviated or short proceedings, criminal proceedings, but for every proceedings, because this is the case when prosecutor ignores you. So if the criminal complaint is for that crime, if the criminal complaint is filed by the victim of the crime, and the public prosecutor does not file an indictment or create an indictment within 1 month of receiving the report, nor inform the injured party that he rejected the complaint, the injured party has the right to initiate prosecution as a prosecutor. So not continue prosecution, but initiate. Because in one of the emails I sent, phone calls I had with the Office of Prosecution for Organized Crime. One of these recent videos I uploaded 2 weeks ago, not this 2 years ago, but 2 weeks ago. I think there are 3 of them. So they were constantly trying to convince me that this case, when taking over a role of when acting as prosecutor, as state prosecutor, when you as a citizen act as state prosecutor, so acting maybe citizen is better. When you as a citizen can act, okay, a state prosecution surprise effect with my real life examples. So this is that email, video explaining details. So what these staff from Office of Prosecution of Organized Crime, by the way, to this very day, and I think I mentioned what day is today. So to this very day, when I started contacting them, I think it was December 2019, they still don't want to give me cases, and I have full right, even according to, not just according to the law on criminal proceedings or procedure or code on criminal proceedings, but also according to the law on free access to information, or FOIA, for Freedom of Information Access, infamous FOIA or famous FOIA, whatever. So they refuse to give me cases. They haven't even answered none of my emails, and there are 3 cases officially confirmed, 3 cases that I filed that are formed based on my crime reports, so which they are calling either submissions or DA complaints. I explain in other videos why, but long story short, they are doing this in order to avoid acting ex officio, or by the definition of their job. So in one of these 3 videos I recently uploaded on prosecution of organized crime in Belgrade, there is only one prosecution office of that kind in Belgrade. So in one of those videos, phone calls, they were trying to convince me, that lady was trying to convince me that this is actually the case when prosecutor gives up the prosecution. so gives up. And in that case, it's defined by law on criminal proceedings. You have 8 days to continue prosecution, but this is something completely different. It's when prosecutor ignores you or not inform you that he rejected or dismiss your crime report. So when he doesn't inform you that he rejected it, it's also ignoring, so it's the same thing. So you initiate prosecution. So this is really prosecution by submitting an indictment to the court. Article 437. I don't know if this is law on criminal proceedings, because this article is not article they are talking about here, and it appears this part, actually no, it doesn't appear, it's a fact. So this part is here when prosecution ignores you, and you can then take over their role. This part is removed from law on criminal proceedings illegally, of course, giving the full power to prosecution officers. So when some law is removed, part of the law is removed, you can still invoke that part if nobody can answer why it is removed, if nobody can give you reasons why, which means that it is illegally removed. So when part of the law is or rule book is illegally removed, you can still invoke that part. And on the other hand, when some part of the law is introduced, added to some law, and nobody can answer and explain why, the reasons for adding that part, nobody can invoke that part of the law or rule book or whatever, any other legal part of legal document. Okay, so one more thing I want to finish, because this is, as I said, topic of the video. Prove that I'm not just the witness on 2 counts. I just want to show this one more time. On 2 counts. So I'm not just a witness of international organized crime on 2 counts. I'm also I also took over the I can close this. It obviously works, so people know how to reach this to open it. If somebody wants to see how state institutions are doing their job. So this is the main reason why I converted to PDF, so that everyone can see what this is, and to translate it anyone in the world. So but of course, if there are some issues with translation, I will help. So and obviously there are. So the last thing I wanted to show is this. Preduzme. So preduzeti means in Serbian, this verb means you start something. It's a very, very slight difference between this and preuzeti, so without D. Preuzeti means to continue something. So it is clearly stated, crystal clear case. So it says starts, and this is why it is properly translated as initiate. So it doesn't have anything to do with that case when prosecutor gives up the prosecution and informs victim of that crime. So I guess that would be all regarding those 5 emails. So I can close this. So those were emails showing that proving that I am actually acting as supreme prosecutor. It's not just that that list is crime report on 45. So 45 cases of international organized crime related to Serbia. I think half of them are international terrorism, that rank. So I haven't just wrote this, I acted, and I proved without any shadow of doubt that behind illegal arms trade in Serbia and Western Balkans is actually United States federal government. So I proved that I'm really acting as supreme prosecutor. These are results of my work. Not to mention that I proved that my 3 members of my family are murdered, and also that 3 children, my brother's children are poisoned. So this is also work of prosecution, and it's international case. Again, Interpol is involved. They also need to pay me for that. And just to mention that I'm right, I will show this video. So in 2017, July 2017, more than 6 years ago, this piece of shit, lawyer Marko Petrovic, so in this video, that's information given to me by mistake by Higher Instance Prosecution of Smederevo. So this lawyer Marko Petrovic, more than 6 years ago, refused to defend that moron who murdered, monster and moron and piece of shit and degenerate, rough-faced degenerate, who murdered 3 members of my family and poisoned 3 kids, minors. He refused to defend her because it was clear from from what acting prosecutor Alexander Kuzmanovic did that that she actually did this. That at that time only my grandparents were murdered, and if Kuzmanovic did his job and all the other institutions, my father will be alive. So this guy, prosecutor, is convicted for pickpocketing in trains. So he is illegally prosecuted, which means that everything will need to be prosecuted. Everyone will need to be prosecuted again. So up to this very day, that monster who murdered 3 members of my family and poisoned 3 kids is still not called to give a statement regarding my grandfather's fall. She either pushed him or kicked him. She's extremely strong. So family of that monster, her sister and her husband, they are actually the ones who tried to hire that piece of shit Marko Petrovic, lawyer. The problem is that there are 5 lawyers with that name and surname in Bar Association of Serbia. In Bar Association, I sent them email. This is how strong this monster is. So I sent email to Bar Association in 13th of January this year, and they still haven't answered. I asked who is that lawyer, because 3 lawyers with that name and surname confirmed they are not that person. So there are 2 left. One is delisted, unlisted from, he's not anymore part of Bar Association, member of Bar Association, so Chamber of Lawyers of Serbia. There is another one from Frontovska street in street in Belgrade. And to this very day, Bar Association didn't even confirm they received email, including president, this piece of shit. Yes, Mina Milutinovic. She recently, I think in July this year, resigned, which will not save her from prison. and the other guy, I think Bulatovic is his surname, who is president of the Bar Association of Belgrade. He also ignored me, not ghosted me, but ignored me. So by doing that, and actually they are ignoring me since I think end of 2019 or beginning of 2020, or maybe end of 2020. Anyways, so for a long time they're ignoring me, and I was really wondering why they're not answering. And after I found out it was on 23rd of July 2021, after I got that information that Marko Petrovic, this is the day when I got this information by mistake, that Marko Petrovic refused, lawyer Marko Petrovic refused to defend that monster. So then I understood why they are ignoring me since 2020 or even 2019. It doesn't matter, it's a really long time. So, well, actually I can check out since I mentioned that. So, from me to them, so it's the a.k or a.k, sorry. This is, I think, the first email. Okay, I need to remove this. So let's see when was the first one. Yeah, actually December 2020. Okay, and they have, I think, the other email, which is office at I think this is for foreigners. Yeah, this is, I think, the same date. So where is it? Here it is, office. So 25th of December, I think this is the same. Yeah, so I can say that it's beginning of 2021, because this is the end of 2020. It is more appropriate to refer it as beginning of 2021. So they are ignoring me, and I showed in another video, but I don't need to show, because I showed in another video that I haven't received anything from them. So they are ignoring me for almost 3 years. And that second one, office at no. So and you could see how many emails I sent to them. Of course, I showed this in a video on one of videos on Bar Association, especially that one related to, this is a phone call, Bar Association, and there are other videos on them. Most of them are DA. This is views, decreasing views by YouTube by 50 overnight on that video related to Bar Association of Serbia. So they're protecting them big time. So they never answered. Ian, as I said, since 2021, beginning of 2021, because without their approval, their permission, and as I stated in one of these videos, the Bar Association comes down to top lawyers of Serbia. There are 5 of them. I'll create a video on them. So Toma Fila, Borivoje Borović, what was that guy? Zdenko Tomanović, and there is another guy, I cannot remember now, and Dobričanin, I don't know what's her name. I think it's Zora, which means dawn. Yeah, that's her. And that 5th is Božidar Prelević. This is lawyer. Boža Prelević office. So I also called them separately, all of them by phone, and they never answered. I sent email only to Toma Fila. He's the most prominent of all of them. So as I said, this is in that email, video of email to Italian ambassador. So this is Toma Fila. Okay, so that would be it. Again, very important video, as it shows that I'm not just, to conclude, I'm not just witness on 2 counts. I'm not just witness of international organized crime on 2 counts. I'm also acting as supreme state prosecutor, or even chief prosecutor, supreme chief prosecutor. So I guess that would be all on the matter.